What is that one phrase, that one quote that you've heard in your life that forever had you stop in your steps, pause, and take a moment and say, wow, like this means something to me. This has changed my life. I heard this quote maybe a year and a half ago, and it was by Denzel Washington, and it was during an interview with Jamie Foxx. And Jamie Foxx was interviewing Denzel, and he was talking about, he was up for this, award competition. He wasn't going to win, and so the phrase was, I'm leaving with something. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something, and when I heard just a snippet of that interview, I was so intrigued and inclined to know more. And he was talking about how he grew up and his mom always encouraged him that, you always walk away with something. You're always leaving with something, right? You're leaving either better than when you showed up, you're leaving with something that's new, something exciting, something that can change your world. And his situation, if you watch the interview, he really is sharing that he leaves with like a large platter of food as he heads out and he skips the award ceremony. So he takes this tray of food home, and Jimmy Fox and him are just like laughing and cutting it up. And it had me thinking about the way that I live my life, the way that I live with intention, with purpose. And my question to you is, what is that one phrase, that one quote that's changed the way that you view your world? For me, it was about understanding to be intentional with my time, with my energy, with my boundaries, with, how I take care of myself, how I move into this world, the different identities that I hold. And so for me, the phrase is, I'm leaving with something. That means that regardless of whatever is happening, regardless of the circumstance, I'm going to sit with that moment, whether it's a trial, a challenge, a hardship, whatever that is. I know there's a lesson in the story, in the storm. So I want to encourage you that as you're navigating life, maybe there's a challenge or a roadblock. Maybe you got really bad news about your health, your finances, a job loss. Something is happening in your world. I want to first encourage you that you're not alone. And secondly, I want you to lean into this that it's temporary. Whatever it is that you're going through is not going to be permanent. There's going to be something throughout this process that's going to redefine and reshape you, right? You hear the phrase like gold, like tried through fire, right? It comes out better, stronger, brighter. I want you to lean into whatever it is that's happening in your world and help you understand, first off, that whatever it is you're going through, you're going to have a lesson to learn, and it's going to be a testimony to share with whoever you know. It could be your neighbor, your friend, it could be on your blog or your social media. Whatever it is that you're learning in this, I want you to encourage somebody else, okay? So, first off, the mindset, right? The intention is also very important. Living your life with intention and purpose. A lot of people are going through an identity crisis. They don't know who they are, they don't know what they want, they don't know where they're headed, and they feel lost and stuck. My advice and encouragement would be to sit in that moment, because where you are is where you belong. It doesn't mean that you're going to be there forever. It's a temporary movement, it's a temporary step to the next thing. Maybe you take a job and it's less pay. Maybe you take a job and it's not what you want, but it's something that puts food on the table that gets you to the next step. Maybe it's an opportunity to learn new skills, to enhance that, to connect, to network, to leverage those relationships so that your name is spoken in rooms that you're not in yet. And so, going back to the phrase, I'm leaving here with something, I have adapted that in every circumstance. Whether it is going out there, networking, I'm a small business owner. And so it's word of mouth referrals, it's business to business, it's pitching people, it's trying to land contracts and things, and it's nonstop. So my mindset is I'm going to go in with the intention of connecting in a genuine way, learning about other people's businesses, learning about where people are in their life, how I can support them, and how I can refer to them. And then I also leave with that information. Typically, it's a connection that I can leverage later on in life, but it's not always about getting something out of it. And so the phrase, I'm leaving here with something, has really changed the way that I think about life. It's also just my time management. I've revamped my whole schedule so that everything aligns with what my kids need. I have two young boys right now, and so they are the priority. Every day I see them, they grow a little bit, they get a little taller, they say more things, they're starting to shine more in their personality. So, as a business owner for myself, it's really important to be there during those milestones. And so, for me, it's being present, scheduling things that allow me, and I recognize that's a privilege. It's allowing things that I can set up for myself so that I can be with my kids, so I can pick them up, drop them off, go to the events, have time with them, turn off work mode. That's for me leaving with something. And then lastly, it's building that legacy, right? So, what are you doing in this world to make it a better place? What is your social impact? What is your end goal? Why are you here? What is your purpose? And so I hope that, whatever phrase or whatever, you know, thing that you've come across in life, I really want you to take a moment and just be intentional about it. You know, I'm leaving here with something. I hope that you leave here with something. My name is Shanazi Kone. I am a licensed professional therapist, speaker, and entrepreneur. I'm here to cheer you on with whatever life brings, but also just remember that you are loved, that you are seen, and that you are so valuable.